Hey everybody, this is Erika Szabo. Welcome back. So today I'm continuing my Makoto Shinkai review series. I'm going to be reviewing Dareka no Manazashi, or A Watchful Gaze. This is a short film. I've actually already covered all of his feature films, but I do want to keep these one-on-one because they are so intimate and they each have themes that I want to focus on privately, let's say. So I'm really happy to be reviewing this one in particular because it's a very profound work despite being so short. There have been cases in all of our lives where we have taken our families for granted. I know looking back at my childhood, I was extremely selfish and greedy despite the fact that I had a lot of difficulties, I had a lot of loneliness, I had a lot to deal with as a kid, but that doesn't mean that, I should have necessarily been acting that way. My mom was the one who took care of myself, my sister, and my dad. And not to mention the fact that my dad is dealing with alcoholism, still is dealing with alcoholism. So that was a lot for one person, and I can understand how that might have put a lot of pressure on her. She tried really hard to create a family bond even when one wasn't exactly always there. So this work in particular, A Watchful Gaze, really reminded me of that. It reminded me of how important that sense of companionship really is. A Watchful Gaze explores the intricacies of family bond and how, no matter how broken that bond may be, a family still stands. Set in a not too far off Japan, Aya Akamura seeks independence, leaving home to pursue a life of her own, but through it comes loneliness, reminiscing about her youth, her family, and how she's gotten to where she is today. Her father is also dealing with loneliness, seeking companionship as his wife is perpetually away on business. He finds solace in the family cat, Mi, who is old and ready to pass. And so he too reminisces of a day where they were together and happy in a time long past. That longing for family and companionship is what binds them together. What I liked so much about A Watchful Gaze was its sincere portrayal in these family bonds and how they're not always picture perfect. I think that finding flaws and acceptance in these relationships is part of what creates these bonds and reforms these bonds. For being 7 minutes, A Watchful Gaze portrays a lot in such a short period of time. I think that brevity is something that Shinkai definitely excels at, and depicting that snapshot into these emotions. I also feel like it can be a bit troublesome for him too if it's a longer work. However, there's something about this, and there's something about these intricacies that he's willing and able to portray, these vulnerabilities, that I think are something to marvel over. So I hope you enjoyed my review of A Watchful Gaze. This was a really great work to be reviewing for you today, and it really reminded me of how much to appreciate and love the family that I have, even if it isn't always, that perfect portrayal, even if it is broken most of the time. It's something that's really important to me and something that I feel like you should cherish as well. So I'm really curious to hear what you think of this. It's only 7 minutes, so if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you check it out. You can even find it on YouTube too if you're interested. So do please do that, and leave a comment below if you have seen it and what you think of it. And I look forward to more videos with you soon, okay? Alright, peace.